30th of June 2020, the Ministry of National Guidance and Religious Affairs launched the National Guidance and Religious Affairs Policy. The policy seeks to reinforce national values, principles, and ethics among various stakeholders in Zambia, and also operationalizes the declaration of Zambia as a Christian nation. In order to appreciate the policy, it's important to have an understanding of its connection to the Zambian Constitution as well as the 7th National Development Plan. The National Guidance and Religious Affairs Policy builds on the aspirations of the Constitution as well as the 7th National Development Plan. It anchors on the preamble of the Constitution by explaining what it means for Zambia to be a Christian nation and how this should be actualized. It's linked to the 7th National Development Plan because it will contribute to the attainment of its development outcomes, which are aimed at creating a diversified and inclusive economy, because it provides details about the national values and principles and how they will be incorporated and promoted by different stakeholders across the nation. Getting into the policy, the vision of the National Guidance and Religious Affairs Policy is a value-centered, united, and prosperous Zambia. In terms of its rationale, the National Guidance and Religious Affairs Policy is the foundation for the promotion of national values and principles, as well as the operationalization of the declaration of Zambia as a Christian nation. The policy strives to address identified constraints to Zambia's development process and to bring about the necessary change in mindset that will lead to greater social cohesion, patriotism, national unity, and socio-economic development. The policy has a situational analysis, and this is critical in providing the context for the need for such a policy. This analysis reveals that the application of national values and principles has remained low. This is despite the fact that national values and principles are to guide the nation in the conduct of its affairs. Coming to the guiding principles of the implementation of the policy, there are 8 principles. 1. Partnership between the various stakeholders. 2. Coordination among the various stakeholders to avoid duplication and overlap of responsibilities. 3. Participation of all stakeholders and citizens. 4. Accountability and transparency in carrying out national and religious matters. 5. Integrity in the personal conduct of program implementers and individuals. 6. Equity, which will ensure that the differing needs of individuals based on age, gender, disability, health status, and socioeconomic conditions are recognized. 7. Human dignity, social justice, and non-discrimination as the entitlement of all citizens. And 8. Christian values of honesty, respect, integrity, love, hard work, faithfulness, kindness, patience, humility, and forgiveness. In view of the policy's determination to promote Christian values and the declaration of Zambia as a Christian nation, it should be noted that the policy is in line with the Constitution, in that it recognizes diversity and the multi-religious nature of the country and continues to uphold a person's right to freedom of conscience, belief, or religion. The aim of the policy is to enhance a unifying national character regardless of one's beliefs. Coming to the specific objectives of the policy, the first one is to promote adherence to national values, principles, and ethics. The second is to provide national guidance for ethical and inclusive conduct of institutional and national affairs. The third is to promote good governance at various levels. The fourth is to facilitate the actualization of the declaration of Zambia as a Christian nation. The fifth is to provide and strengthen the operational capacity and institutional framework for the application of national values and principles, as well as management of Christian and religious affairs. And the last objective is to provide for the monitoring, evaluation, and reporting mechanisms on the application of national values and principles and the actualization of the declaration of Zambia as a Christian nation at national, provincial, district, and sub-district levels. In a similar manner to Zambia, Kenya's constitution includes several national values and principles. Once a year, the Kenyan president is required to address the nation on progress achieved in the realization of these national values and principles. However, it became apparent that the values exhibited by Kenyans were not in line with the social and political conditions required to achieve the country's Vision 2030 in a timely manner. In view of this, the Kenyan government established Sessional Paper Number 8 of 2013 on National Values and Principles of Governance, which was operationalized in late 2015. The objective of this policy was to operationalize and institutionalize national values and principles of government as enshrined in the Constitution. Key lessons can be drawn from this paper on national values and principles of governance regarding how to implement a policy that seeks to operationalize national values and principles. Zambia can learn lessons from Kenya's strategy to recruit and mobilize change agents in its various sectors. The purpose of this strategy was to recruit as many agents in different sectors such as entertainment, government, private sector, among others. These agents are then equipped, empowered, and deployed to promote national values as well as to interact with people who fall under those particular sectors. Furthermore, Kenya has employed a strategy to affirm champions of national values. There is an agreed upon ranking criteria to identify these individuals and mentoring schemes to ensure that these individuals can pass on their skills and experiences to others. Zambia would benefit from including similar strategies in its implementation efforts. Well, in the last place, let's consider what it will take to successfully implement this policy. Well, the first thing is that the greater the awareness of the national values and principles, the more mainstream they will become and the more likely the policy will affect change. In the second place, there is a need for stakeholders to take ownership of national values and principles and commit to their implementation. The guiding principles of participation and partnership will be particularly important in this respect. In the third place, early exposure to national values and principles amongst children in the school curriculum is particularly essential in breeding a sense of ownership. In this respect, the mainstreaming and inculcation of national values in pre-primary and primary schools, as well as other early learning institutions, will be critical. In the last place, promoting platforms for religious engagement and participation of the church and religious bodies has a major role to play in the fulfillment of the policy. Religious leaders are key players in providing guidance to various communities, and they are strategically placed to exemplify these principles, as well as build a unifying character and spirit of love amongst their fellows. Well, this was just a brief introduction to the National Guidance and Religious Affairs Policy. In March 2021, PMRC conducted an analysis of the National Guidance and Religious Affairs Policy. This document can be found on PMRC's website, www.pmrczambia.com. For more details, visit that website and have a read of it. Thank you.